Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and I'm so excited that you're here with us today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Julia, and as always, we're so happy that you're spending your time learning English with us.
Today's topic is something almost every English learner struggles with, and that is how to understand fast English.
Oh, yes, this is such a common problem. Maybe you understand English when it's slow, maybe you understand your teacher, maybe you understand subtitles, but when native speakers talk fast, everything sounds like one long word.
Exactly. You might think, wait, what did they say? Was that even English? And sometimes you feel nervous, confused, maybe even frustrated.
And you're not alone. If you feel this way, please know that it's completely normal. Almost every English learner experiences this problem.
Yes. Fast English is not about intelligence. It's not about talent. It's not because you are bad at English. It's simply because your ears are not trained yet.
That's right. And the good news is this is a skill, and skills can be improved with the right method and the right practice.
In today's episode, we're going to explain why fast English feels difficult, what mistakes learners usually make, and most importantly, practical steps you can start using today to understand native speakers more easily.
We'll also give you real examples of fast English, show you how words connect, and even do a small practice activity together.
So if you've ever said, native speakers talk too fast, or I can't understand movies without subtitles, then this episode is especially for you.
Stay with us until the end, because by the end of this episode, you will understand fast English much better, and you'll feel more confident too.
All right, let's get started. All right, Julia, let's start with something very important. Why does fast English feel so difficult for learners?
That's a great question, Jason. And honestly, fast English is not actually different English. Native speakers are not using new vocabulary or secret grammar. The problem is how the words sound when they speak quickly.
Exactly. When native speakers talk fast, they don't pronounce every word clearly and separately like in textbooks. For example, in textbooks we learn, "What are you doing?" But in real life it often sounds like, "What you doing?"
Yes, and that's confusing for learners because you studied "what are you doing?" but your ears hear something completely different.
Another reason is connected speech. Native speakers connect words together. They don't stop after every word. For example, "Did you eat?" becomes, "Did ya eat?"
And sometimes they even reduce words. For example, going to becomes gonna, want to becomes wanna. So if your brain is waiting to hear going to, you might miss gonna.
That's such an important point. Your brain is expecting one sound, but it hears another sound.
And there's one more big reason: translation. Many learners listen to English, then translate it into their native language, then try to understand it. But when someone speaks fast, there's no time to translate.
Exactly. Fast English requires fast understanding. If your brain is busy translating, you will fall behind in the conversation.
So remember, fast English feels difficult because of connected speech, reduced words, pronunciation changes, and translation habits.
But don't worry. Once you understand these reasons, you're already one step closer to improving. Now, Julia, let's talk about something very important. What is the biggest mistake learners make when they try to understand fast English?
Honestly, Jason, the biggest mistake is this: trying to understand every single word.
Yes, that is such a common problem. Many learners think, if I miss one word, I miss everything.
Exactly. But that's not how real communication works. Even native speakers don't focus on every single word. They focus on the meaning, the main idea.
Right? When someone speaks quickly, your brain should listen for key words, not every small grammar word like the a, to, or of.
Another big mistake is translating word by word. Some learners hear a sentence and their brain immediately tries to change it into their native language. But when English is fast, there's no time for that.
And then they panic. They think, oh no, I missed a word. I don't understand. And when you panic, your brain stops listening clearly.
That's true. And there's one more mistake, only practicing with slow English. If you only listen to very slow English all the time, your ears will never get stronger. It's like going to the gym but lifting very light weights forever.
That's a great example. Your listening muscles need challenge. Not too much, but step by step.
So remember, don't try to understand every word. Don't translate everything, and don't avoid fast English.
Instead, train your brain to listen for meaning, stay calm, and practice the right way. And don't worry in the next part. We're going to show you exactly how to do that. All right, everyone. Now let's talk about the first practical step to understand fast English better. And this step is very simple. Train your ears gradually.
Yes. Don't jump directly into very fast English and expect to understand everything. That can be frustrating. Instead, move step by step. Slow, then normal, then fast.
Exactly. Think of it like learning to run. You don't start by running very fast. First, you walk, then you jog, then you run. Listening works the same way.
Here's what you can do. Choose a short audio clip, maybe 30 seconds to 1 minute. First, listen to it in slow speed. Many platforms allow you to reduce the speed to 0.75. Focus on understanding the meaning.
Then, listen again at normal speed. Don't panic if you miss a few words. Just focus on the main idea.
After that, challenge yourself. Listen at normal speed again or even slightly faster if you can. This trains your brain to process English more quickly.
And here's an extra powerful technique, shadowing. That means you listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately after the speaker. Try to copy the rhythm and pronunciation.
Yes, shadowing improves both listening and speaking at the same time.
Remember, your ears need training. The more you expose yourself to natural English step by step, the more comfortable fast English will feel.
So don't avoid fast English. Train for it slowly and consistently.
All right, now let's talk about something very powerful: connected speech and reductions. This is one of the biggest secrets to understanding fast English.
Yes, and here's something important to remember. Fast English is not different English. Native speakers are not changing the grammar. They are just connecting words together.
Exactly. When native speakers talk, words don't sound separate. They flow together like music. For example, did you eat? Often sounds like, did ya eat?
Or wanna go becomes wanna go, and I'm gonna call you becomes I'm gonna call you.
If you only study textbook pronunciation, your ears expect to hear every word clearly. But in real conversations, many small sounds disappear.
Yes, let's give another example. Let me know often sounds like let me know. Gimme that can sound like gimme that.
So when you hear gimme, don't panic. It's just give me.
That's why learning common reductions is so important. Once your brain recognizes these patterns, fast English suddenly becomes much clearer.
And here's a tip. Don't just memorize them. Listen for them in movies, podcasts, and conversations. When you hear one, pause and repeat it.
The more familiar these connected sounds become, the less fast English will feel.
Exactly. Fast English is simply connected English. Now we're going to talk about something that can completely change your listening skills. And that is, stop translating and start thinking in English.
Yes, this is a huge breakthrough for many learners. When someone speaks English, what happens in your brain? You hear the sentence, then you translate it into your native language, then you try to understand it.
And that process takes time. But when someone speaks fast, you don't have that extra time. By the time you finish translating the first sentence, they're already speaking the next one.
Exactly. That's why translation slows you down. Fast English requires direct understanding English to meaning, not English to your language to meaning.
So how can learners stop translating?
Start small. You don't need to think in perfect English. For example, look around you and think simple sentences. This is my phone. I am sitting on a chair. I feel tired today.
Or describe your daily routine in your mind. I'm waking up. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm going to work.
At first, it might feel strange, but the more you practice, the faster your brain will process English naturally.
And when you start thinking in English, listening becomes easier because your brain is already working in English mode.
Exactly. No translation, no delay, just understanding.
And that's a powerful step toward understanding fast English confidently. All right, Julia, now that we've trained our ears and learned connected speech, it's time for another important step improving listening with smart practice.
Yes, Jason. Listening is like a muscle. The more you train it the right way, the stronger it becomes. And smart practice is better than just listening randomly.
Exactly. So what does smart practice look like?
First, listen every day. Even 10 to 20 minutes is enough. Consistency is key. Don't wait to have time for hours. Short daily practice works best.
Second, start with subtitles if you need them, but don't rely on them forever. Listen first with subtitles, then listen again without them. That's how your brain begins to recognize words naturally.
Third, don't just passively listen. Pause when something is hard to understand, replay it, and repeat it aloud. Active listening trains both your ears and your speaking skills.
And finally, vary your sources. Podcasts, YouTube videos, movies, songs, all of these expose you to different accents and speeds. That makes your ears adaptable.
Exactly. The goal is not to understand everything perfectly. It's to get used to real English the way it's spoken by native speakers.
So remember, smart listening is daily, active, and varied. That's how your brain starts to catch fast English naturally.
And if you combine this with the previous steps, slow to normal to fast listening, connected speech, and thinking in English, fast English won't feel so fast anymore.
All right, Julia, now it's time for a mini practice activity. Let's show our listeners how to use what we've learned.
Yes! This is going to be fun and super practical. I'll say a sentence in fast English, and then we'll break it down together.
Sounds good. Let's try this one. I was gonna call you, but I didn't have time.
Perfect example. Let's slow it down first. I was going to call you, but I didn't have time.
See how gonna is actually going to? And I didn't sounds like I didn't really fast, but the words flow together.
Exactly. Now listen again. Faster. I was gonna call you, but I didn't have time.
Notice how your brain starts recognizing the connected words was gonna, didn't have.
Here's a tip. After hearing it, Try to repeat it aloud. Shadow the speaker's rhythm and pronunciation.
And don't worry if it's not perfect. Just repeat it a few times. The more you practice, the easier fast English becomes.
Yes, many activities like this can be done every day with short sentences. Over time, you'll understand fast English naturally without panicking or translating.
Exactly. So grab a podcast, a YouTube video, or a short clip and start practicing right now. Julia, before we finish, let's give our listeners a little motivation. Learning to understand fast English can feel challenging, right?
Absolutely, Jason. But remember, every learner struggles at first. Even advanced English speakers had the same problem when they were beginners.
That's right. Fast English might seem impossible now, but with consistent practice, it will start to feel natural.
Yes, and small daily steps matter more than long, rare practice. Even just 10 to 15 minutes every day will make a huge difference over time.
Don't be afraid of mistakes. It's normal to miss words at first. Your brain is learning a new skill, and skills get stronger with practice.
Exactly. Celebrate small wins. Maybe today you understood 50% of a fast sentence, tomorrow 60%, and so on. Progress is progress.
And remember, understanding fast English isn't just about listening, it's about confidence. The more you practice, the more confident you feel in conversations, movies, and even podcasts.
So keep going, stay consistent, and trust yourself. You are capable of understanding fast English one step at a time.
Yes, with patience and daily practice, fast English will no longer feel fast. It will feel natural. All right, everyone. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today.
First, remember why fast English feels difficult connected speech, reduced words, and translating in your head.
Then we talked about the biggest mistake learners make trying to understand every single word. Focus on meaning, not perfection.
Next, we shared practical steps. Train your ears from slow to fast. Learn connected speech and reductions. Stop translating and think in English.
We also gave you smart listening practice tips and even did a mini practice activity together.
And finally, remember, be consistent, be patient, and celebrate small wins. Confidence grows every day with practice.
So here's your action. Start practicing today. Listen to a short English clip. Repeat it. Notice the reductions. And try thinking in English.
And don't forget to comment below. Tell us which fast English sentence was the hardest for you, and share your progress.
Subscribe to our channel for more English learning tips and podcasts. Keep practicing, and soon, fast English will feel easy.
See you next time, and happy learning.